Hey, this is Jamie from Leaping Cat Creative. So, I've been thinking about my last post, and this is to follow up to that. Really, the difference between art and creativity. So, I thought I would just dive in and really kind of speak from my heart about this. Creativity, every one of us has the potential of being creative. Creativity is a raw type of energy. I guess let me start off with an example of something being creative. Let's just say you wake up in the morning and you realize the avocado you have sitting on your counter is getting close to being beyond its prime. So you have to use it. So you think to yourself, I'll make some avocado toast. Or you go to your cupboard and you realize the bread is way past its prime, and it's now growing green and blue and all kinds of organisms on it. So obviously toast is out of the question. So what are you going to do? As you sit there and you think about it, you realize, I have these tortillas. Let me fry one of those up, make some guacamole with the avocado, and boom, I have something very close to avocado toast. Creativity is really taking things and rearranging them to solve a problem. You can be creative in how you rearrange your day, and your problem solving and programming, and all sorts of different things. And really the essence of creativity is taking something, a problem usually, and coming up with a creative solution for it. This is why I tell everybody, when I was in photography, a lot of people would say, I wish I was creative like you. Well, everybody is creative. That's the mindset we have to get out of. Every single one of us is creative. It's our, in my opinion, our divine rights to be creative. It's just open yourself up to possibilities with what you have at hand. Now, art. Art is like a subset of creativity, but art comes from a different place. While creativity comes from the mind, and when I say come from the mind, meaning you can think about it. You sit there, I have a problem, I have these pieces, and I can rearrange them this way to invent something new and solve this problem. And if you wanted to, that idea can just stay in your head. Nothing has to happen with it. Art can be very similar, but art really comes from your heart. It's something that goes much more deeper than creativity. Art carries emotional weight with it. And because of that, it also carries risk. For example, you come home one day and maybe you're in a bad mood and you sit down and you just feel like creating something. You haven't really discussed how you feel or why you feel a certain way. You just feel a certain way. There's no explanation for it. So you sit down and you create. And during this creation process, you create something. Maybe you paint, maybe you put models together or something. You just create. But the thing is, those emotions that you carried with you influence you on the decisions you make, far as the colors, the shapes, and different aspects of what you're creating. And it's to the point that when you create something, you look at it and you go, whoa, that's really how I feel. And it also carries story. Story would be a good word for it, but it also carries a message with it. So much, in fact, that if somebody else picks it up and looks at it, they go, whoa, this really explains this particular emotion that I've been having. So art can carry messages, it can carry emotion, it's shaped by intention, and there's a whole aspect to art. And what I'm getting at by describing all of this is, again, I'll go into my model railroading experience. I've been just taking what's out in the real world and making it smaller. painting it to match. I won't say I'm a rivet counter, but I'm come to the point where I'm just kind of bored of copying things that's already out there. And so this is leading me, listening to myself, I'm being led down a particular path where I feel that freelance model railroading is going to allow me to express myself better than what I have been doing in the past. And so I'm changing things up. I want to change things up how I do things. I want to create models that speak. I want to create something that other people can look at and connect to and connect with. And I feel that that's been a big part that's been missing from the model railroad experience. And again, I'm not belittling anybody or talking bad about anybody out there. There's people out there that are the rivet counters, and they'd love to miniaturize everything and get it as detailed as possible. And that's great. I don't really think I'm that person. I enjoy doing it, but at the same time, I know I can do it. And it becomes, I won't say a boredom, but it becomes less of enjoyment because I don't think it really embeds into the finished model what I am about. It doesn't relay any of the emotions or any of the stories I carry within me to somebody else. Now, mind you, this is also the thing about art, is being opened up to risk and vulnerability, because I'm going to share, because through art, pieces about me that, you know, may be interpreted in wrong ways or people just may not get. But that's okay. That's all part about the art. So again, back to the freelance model railroading is something I'm going to explore more here coming up. I'm actually working on a layout design which is going to incorporate that. And I think it's going to be a very interesting project. And I would like to invite you guys to follow along with this project. Because what I'm going to do is develop a storyline so that things fit into place. The correct colors I'm going to use. Basically, I'm creating my own railroad. That's kind of exciting, and also it's scary at the same time because a lot of people I've been noticing in forums, they always ask for advice on how to do things. Well, what about if we just throw that out and just say there's no right or wrong way to do it? So that's what I'm doing, freelance model railroading. And you know, here in the next few posts, I'm going to, I already developed the storyline I'm going to use to kind of fit the place into history about how I'm going to incorporate all these design ideas into a layout. So that's going to be very interesting. And I'm going to share more about how to do that as I work through it myself. But until then, maybe you should subscribe to this channel, check out my website, and you know what? Have fun in model railroading, because there's really, it's your layout, it's your thing. It allow yourself to be open to a direction in which your heart pours you. I think, you know, the closer we get to that, the more we can embed our feelings and our emotions and ourselves into this hobby, and it becomes more about you, more about us, and less about the technical aspects of it. All right, well, I think that's it for today. It's a nice rainy day here in Beaufort, so I'm going to follow up and, like I said, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys have a great week. And until next time, happy model railroading. Talk to you soon. Bye.